Whenever you find something that's been sitting outside, it's covered in bugs and got a lot of spider webs and cobwebs, and this one also had a serious amount of oil on it. Looks like somebody either tried to preserve it by dipping it in oil, which, unlikely as it is, might be possible, or it's just been leaking for a long time. Now myself, I think they just didn't take good care of it. So I'm going to go through this thing with mineral spirits and clean it all up, and then we'll get on to work. Got it cleaned up. Going to be a little wet here for a while. I gotta mask the engine off. Get it ready to paint. I'm going to mask off the genset, and I'm going to paint this all black. I'm going to take off the magneto, paint this all black, leave the generator yellow like it is, take it back to somewhat the original Sears colors. Sears evidently took a green, which is a Generac color, generator, and painted it black. And then painted the generator itself yellow over the top of the green, because there's still green showing up underneath the yellow. They painted the engine black, the generator yellow, the shroud yellow, the handle yellow. And I don't know what color the gas tank was, but I'll bet it was yellow. Now I did get a drawing from Kalamazoo Lawn and Garden that shows this transformer on there. I don't have a wiring diagram still, but I do have a drawing that shows that generator on there. So it was original equipment, which kind of goes along with the rest of it, because it's mounted securely to this crossbar where the springs are mounted, and that's all factory stuff. That's not something that somebody stuck on there later. So it's got 3 mounting points, one out here through the spring mount, 2 through the motor mount, then the motor mounts over here on one end of the bar. So this is all factory setup. I was concerned because the wiring did not look to be in good condition. Near as I can tell, there's no breaks in the insulation, but I still want to take this apart and look inside and make sure the connections are good, because this is a thing that's open to abuse, and it's been taped up. Somebody did some work on it. This has been taped up. It looks like they did a splice on the wire there. So I want to take that apart. But I think before I do that, I've got it cleaned up. I'm going to put the masking on it. Before I do that, I'm going to mark this timing on the ignition points. Just put a scratch in the aluminum casting that the ignition points are in, and a scratch on the boss. When those two are lined up, it's back at the original setting. Once I get this set of magneto and points off, I'm probably going to have to clean underneath it. I don't think I got a good reach up in underneath there to get everything. It's very warm today. I would like to be using the air-conditioned shop to do this, but hauling this down and not being able to test fire it down there, because it's just dumb starting an engine inside the house. I know people do it, but I think it's just dumb. Yeah, a little mud in there. Well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's hot again. Got the engine washed down with mineral spirits and it's ready for paint. I have to mask off the generator and the shafting and put the head bolts back in. They're going to be just sitting in there. They can get a little paint on the sides of them. It won't hurt anything. Then I'll put some black engine paint on there. Rust-Oleum High Heat Ultra. Now I've got paint on the engine. It's old paint. Been on there a long time. Doesn't seem to want to come off, but sure as the world. As soon as I paint it, some of that stuff's going to come loose. Can't help it, it's the way it is. But this should at least make it look a little better. And while I've got it all stripped down, no better time to put some paint on it. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.